Happy Sunday, Land Golf Academy members. Before we get started today, don't forget yesterday I dropped a video where you can earn a free rangefinder. Yes, and it's not some gimmick that I have. It's all free, and you don't even have to watch the whole thing. Just go there, watch the first 30 seconds, and you can enter. We're going to do the drawing in 2 days, but today's video is a very unique golf swing once again. About 2 weeks ago, I uploaded this video titled 172.5 mile an hour club head speed, why it matters for your game. And this video showed Sam, and he was breaking the world record for the club head speed. Now, he reached out to me and thanked me for the video and said he actually has a video of him breaking the ball speed record at 250, and he actually caught it on camera. I wanted to see a face on, and we're going to look at the face on today because the down line is about the same as we did the last video. So if you want to go check that one out, go check it out. But the face on, and this is a huge thing because, man, I have never ever seen a swing like this, so I can't wait to show it to you. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe. Let's get going. Just look at this swing. This swing is just such an unbelievable motion. It might not look like much when you watch it, but when we slow it down, it'll just double down on what I'm trying to explain to you about forward pressing, and you're having to make these compensations that only a few in the world can do. Specifically, long drivers have this ability to do this, and that's why they're long drivers, and that's why they can take advantage of such a strong grip and an excessive tilting at impact because of their setup. So if you don't know this about the setup, go look at your own setup, look at why you're forward pressing, if you do forward press, and make sure you can make these adjustments correctly. But let's slow this video down just a little bit. So we've got this forward press in our Gumby green line, and you can see that shaft angle is facing slightly down towards the ground. Now at some point he's going to have to figure out a way to get that club shaft to point up so he can attempt to strike it up, and most notably his hands are going to have to move much higher because everything is preset. So we can see things are already set in motion, but he's going to have to manipulate his body. Now how do we find out what this forward press actually is? Well, let's draw Ivan red. Let's take a look at that shoulder tilt. Let's look at that center of the shoulder tilt, and you can see that this already is the amount of forward press angle that we are dealing with, which is a huge amount because the shoulder tilt and rotation does affect where your center point is, the longest point of your golf swing, and that is how I measure forward press. Now I'm not saying that's the only way, but after thousands upon thousands of swings that I've analyzed over my years, this is the best way I found out. So we're going to take a look at a couple of things here. Mellow yellow line, that's center point, and we can see right now it is perfect. It's slightly behind the golf ball. Now, why does this make a big deal? Because amateurs, if you do have a forward press, you will make up for this forward press in the middle. So we're going to draw Barney purple right about here. At some point, you will have to get your center point towards that Barney purple. Now the problem with that is if you do make up this forward press at this extreme level, he will actually be striking down on the golf ball because he shifted his golf ball position further back by making that move. So he will do things correctly, and this is why he was able to strike it so hard. So we're going to do one last line right there, the back brace line. We're going to see how he moves in this first part of the swing, and what you'll see in this first part of the move is our usual suspect. We get a lot of this forward back motion, and think of this like a children's swing. So you're building momentum to make sure you're moving your weight distribution back. A lot of good long drivers do this to make sure we're going left to right, and then all of a sudden we get all of our weight to fall back. So he has moved his weight back. Now take a look, he will stand up. Now when you stand up, what you are doing is you are releasing the pressure from your lower back, your upper back, and also the elasticity from maintaining your posture. So if you stand up, now you can turn a lot more, but it comes at a cost because at some point you're going to have to go back down, and we do see a lot of up and down motion like we saw in his last video. But he's coming on up, which, watch this shoulder turn. It is obscene the amount of shoulder turn he gets. That club again is pointing almost at the golf ball, so he's done a full loop, which is very impressive. But in my opinion, he's still very stable, which is the key, because I do see people that try to hit it far, they get so much sway and turn at that had to sway and turn back, and that's where you lose your control of the bottom point. So his bottom point is still pretty controlled. Once we come on down through, there goes that drop. So he's now regaining his initial setup. So he stood up to gain turn. Now he's going back down to make sure he's in his posture, so then he can tilt under and have the room to tilt under. Now that gives him the appearance of being steep like we saw last time, but he's not steep because of his setup that we saw last time as well, by getting the hands much higher. But this is the key. So we get the motion. Look at the center point. The center point will try its best to make up between the two angles, but it falls well short. So we can see it's almost in between Barney and his original tilt. But this is where it has a lot of fun to do with it. So let's erase Barney purple. And what we're going to do is look at how much tilt he has. So watch this center point. We're going to draw the X right there. The center point is actually going to fall back. You see that? It fell back, and he increased his tilt. So this is why I say it is very hard to do, because it's still going to move back. Look how much further back it's going. So look at the amount of pressure. Let's delete these lines here. We have an extreme amount of tilt, an extreme amount of turn, and our hands are doing a phenomenal job of maintaining their width past impact because of the turn and tilt. If he did not turn and tilt, his hands would escape much closer to his body and his hands will release. Because he has a strong grip, he does not want to release the club. So let's look at this. We can see that the hands, back it up a little bit, the hands here are still holding on to that club and it's barely gone through. So in other words, he's got that strong grip. He is just rotating and tilting and using his phenomenal power. You can see he's a big, strong guy, and he has definitely worked his body for this move, and it still keeps going. Look at this. This is why I say I've never seen somebody do this. We have turn and tilt. Look at the amount of pressure on that lower back, but his hands are still out in front, and now they have just barely started to release because of that strong grip, and it still keeps going. Look at this. He's still connected here. This is phenomenal. I've never seen this. There's that turn and tilt. Hands are still out in front, and the right hand is just barely caught up, well past impact. It's no wonder this guy has to fall back because of all the amount of turn and tilt, but it is key because notice where the spine angle is now. It is back. So his momentum takes him back and up. This helps him with that massive amount of forward press, the massive amount of strong grip, and don't try this at home. I promise you, you will break your back, you'll break something, but I hope this helps you. Go give his channel a look. He's got a cool channel out there. Why wouldn't you want to follow this guy who owns 2 records now? Fastest club head speed, fastest ball speed in the world. And Wikipedia, you better update your stuff, because to me, this is phenomenal. Go check him out. The link is in the description below. But other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for your support. Don't forget that free giveaway. Just watch the first 30 seconds. You can win a free rangefinder. Better than greens. A huge thank you to these incredible supporters on the screen and to you watching this video. Your support helps us bring our golf curriculum to low-income children around the world at no cost to them. Just like our location in Cape Flat, South Africa, in partnership with the Hillard program. Please like, share, and consider subscribing. Together, we can give the gift of golf to kids who need it the most.